Dzień dobry, grüezi, bonjour, buongiorno. Welcome all of you, dear excellencies, dear ambassadors, distinguished guests. It's such an honor and pleasure to welcome all of you. Why are we so excited about this collaboration? Well, obviously, Poland has its strength in entrepreneurship. If you look at the acceleration of the GDP and entrepreneurship in Poland and out of Poland, it's just amazing. And Switzerland has a strength in innovation, research, and development. And together we can learn so much from each other. Magda, what's your background with Switzerland, by the way?
I actually spent almost two amazing years in Switzerland. And I also, this is where I got my Swiss watch, and this is the reason why no smart watch was ever able to kind of replace my Geneva-made Swiss watch. And of course, I love, winter is coming, so I'm thinking Swiss fondue, Swiss raclette, and I hope that because now I have a Swiss boss, I will actually be able to get, like in the previous year, some fresh supply of amazing goodies from Switzerland.
I think it's no secret you worked actually with Procter & Gamble in Geneva, right, for 2 years?
Yes. 2 years, 2 amazing years in Geneva, and everything what Mr. Ambassador said about Geneva is in my heart.
So, and I had the pleasure, after working 12 years for Google in Switzerland, now at the beginning of last year, apply for a role in amazing Poland and in the amazing Central Eastern European region. And it's such a pleasure to live here. I moved here with my family and having an amazing time, and to see how the innovation and the entrepreneurship is really accelerating here and how we can collaborate. So, but I think there are also a few things that we can learn from each other. What can we learn from Poland?
Well, I think Switzerland from Poland, based on the conversations we were having, can learn about how to bring more diverse talent into STEM, how to bring more women into STEM studies. This is something we still have a lot of work to do in Poland, but I understand we are ahead in that compared to Switzerland, so maybe we can share how we are doing that.
Yes, so definitely the next generation of talent is important for both countries. And STEM education, MINT-Förderung in Switzerland are very important. I think Poland and Central Eastern Europe have very strong foundation in STEM education across the board, especially also in female STEM education, high percentage. I think that is definitely something where we can learn. And we need this talent to continue in academic research and innovation and development that will lead to the next wave of innovation and entrepreneurship.
But I've also learned in the conversations that I had with Patrick, but also with some of the representatives of the academia, that actually one thing that Poland can learn from Switzerland is to how better connect academia to the business and how to establish a better working relationship for the benefit of both the academia world and the research and the industry. So I'm really looking forward to Professor Sankowski, who is here and who will be on stage later on, told me 2 weeks ago, we should bring kind of, Polish academia to see how the Swiss campuses work and how they work with the business.
Yes, and actually that is one of the most exciting topics today, that we have this joint day from academia, from science, from policy, to really shape the future together. And that is one of the best practices, actually, we know also from Switzerland, Industrietage from EPFL and ETH and others, so where industry and academia meet together and work on topics. And that leads us to our AI topic, actually. How can Poland and Switzerland lead on AI? One of the success factors really is that we look at this area. But first, let me ask you, I'm sure the last 2 years you have attended many conferences, events, keynotes on AI. What do you think, with all you have heard in the last 2 years, is the single most critical success factor around the AI topic? Data. People. Power. Security. Acceptance. And there are probably many more very critical success factors, including responsibility, and to think how to deploy and develop AI in a responsible way. But let me share you one thought which I believe is very important, one critical success factor that was not mentioned, and that we see even at our company, where innovation is important and AI obviously is the most important topic. That is a topic where I personally had to completely change my approach to my job. And that is, any of you have a similar calendar? Yeah? Have you seen something like this? Right?
I can see my slot there.
And actually, when I realized that last year, what is coming on AI, I had to completely rethink how I work. And we are trying to do that with our teams, to actually free 4 hours a week. That's 5% in theory of my working week, to invest in learning, in the spirit of lifelong learning, and in the spirit of really applying AI and working with the new tools and learning what they can do in terms of productivity. I'm sure you have played around with chatbots, you have played around with AI that can produce videos, pictures, text, slides, and whatnot, really. But we will have so many new tools. We will have so many new models. You today already have the opportunity to build on the foundational models. We started with the large language models, right? The foundational large language models. Now there are multimodality models with also pictures and videos. But on top of that already, of the couple of very strong global models, you can build your own model. Even a small, medium enterprise, each single company, each NGO, each organization can build their own model for their specific business need and business objective. But what you need is, these tools are not expensive. They're free of charge or at very low fee. But what you need is time to learn that. So how can we take people along with us? How can we help people to really learn to work with these tools? That might be the most important critical success factor for companies and for countries. How successful you will be to take really thousands and millions of people along with you, including the small, medium enterprises that in both countries, Poland and Switzerland, are the backbone of the economy, right? And what we see at our company is, you cannot expect that people do that on top in the evening or on the weekend. You actually have to take something away in the busy schedules of people to allow them to invest more time for learning than in the past. Your usual time budget of the last 10 years for learning will not be sufficient to adapt fast enough and apply fast enough all these new opportunities and tools. We have many global goals and global opportunities or global challenges. I believe in all of them, we can accelerate the solutions and the progress if we apply these new tools. we can make significant progress. We need to do it in a responsible way. We need to have a conversation about the responsibility and how we organize it, and that's why it's great what is happening in Geneva there. But we can accelerate that, but only if we take people along. I just want to give you 3 examples, concrete examples, where AI is already applied today in public-private partnership. The first one is AlphaFold. You might have heard of that. Before AlphaFold and the AI application on proteins, science knew about 20,000 structures of proteins, and it went from 20,000 to 200 million. And it was open sourced. And by the way, 3 or 4 weeks ago, it won the Nobel Prize in chemistry, right? That is how concrete AI is already happening. And now scientists around the world can work with the 200 million and take it to the next level on medicine and helping people in that. A second example, this is Project Greenlight, where AI is used on public anonymous data to improve traffic flow and reduce CO2 output. We are doing this in Budapest, here in CEE, where there is public data available that is open sourced. Again, it's anonymous data, right? That helps to optimize traffic flow. It's just such an amount of data that AI really can make a difference. Third example, watermarking pictures. We are in a year still of elections, one important election coming up, but we had many important elections this year and we will have more. And the topic of misinformation is a particular important topic in this region of the world. And to be able to identify which is a real picture, where fact checkers have checked the picture, and to make sure if we take a picture down, it will not be uploaded somewhere else and we can identify that, that is very important. So in a time where AI can easily generate pictures, we should also use AI to make sure that we know which picture is real and not fake. So what we need, and these are just 3 examples, we could give you hundreds of examples. These are 3 examples, and with the pictures we have partnerships with the publishers and NGOs, fact checkers and others. These are just 3 examples where private, public or other partnerships of different organizations and companies are so important. So what we believe we need is, we need to sit down together like today, and this is why we are so passionate about this day today. We need to sit down and think about challenges and problems and topics we want to solve together. And then as companies, organizations, public-private partnerships work together to tackle those topics and really have practical cases around AI, learn how to apply the new tools and make a difference. And with that, we also want to show you a very practical example.
So as Patrick was mentioning, learning by doing is also an important part of any leadership role. And I would like now to show you 3 ideas that go beyond, let's test the chatbot, that are practical hands-on experience with AI that I highly encourage you to do. The first one requires a little bit of travel. But in case you will be in San Francisco, LA, or Austin, instead of ordering an Uber, why don't you order a Waymo ride? Driverless technology is already out there. This is me last year in San Francisco. I was in the passenger seat. I think, Patrick, you did it recently, so it's last week. So make sure that if you go to San Francisco, LA, or Austin, probably more cities will, Phoenix as well, you will be able to, ride a driverless car. That is, as we claim it, the most experienced driver on Earth. And while we do not want to go into the conversation, will it take, the pleasure of the driving away from us? Let's remember that 92% of all of the car accidents are caused by humans. Okay? This is why we are into developing this technology, and that's amazing. The second one, you might be surprised, because this is actually in your pocket. Oops. And I would like you to take out your phone, check your Google Translate application. It's probably there. You're probably using it during your vacations when you travel to more exotic countries. But there is a functionality these days that is able to you are able to witness the advancement of language understanding, the way it works. And I'm very happy if you take your phone now and check it out. And check this during the conference. We have the privilege of having an amazing translator, but very often you will be in a situation where no translation will be available and you are not speaking the language. There is an option to actually listen and do the live translation. And it's amazing to see how this is working in action. And you can experience it today, but because we are 15 minutes late, I will not be doing this particular demo. But the third idea that I would like you to experiment with is the NotebookLM that took by storm the community for a very simple reason that I will explain in a second. Think about it as your personalized AI research assistant. This is a tool by Google where you can put all of the sources you want to analyze and research on and ask NotebookLM to run a summary of that. But the feature that kind of made it a hit in the last weeks is actually the feature of audio summary. So it is able to take a complicated report and various sources and turn it into a podcast. And I'll show you how it works.
While you bring it up, so I uploaded the Draghi report and said, make me a...
We are all doing that with the Draghi report because it's 380 pages, right? So basically, the way it works, you pick up the file. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just picking up part of the Draghi report. It is uploading. We are seeing that it's uploaded, is being uploaded. And I can click on the audio summary, generate report, and within a couple of minutes, for time being, it is available only in English. It will turn it into a podcast. And now, let me go and check the other, because it will take a minute. But I had the other tab, which of course disappeared as always when you do. Here is my pre-produced thing. And hold on.
Glad to be here.
So today we're going to be tackling a report that you sent my way about a new industrial strategy for Europe.
Sounds good.
And this is it's really fascinating stuff because it's not just some dry economic theory.
Right.
It really gets into the details about everything from innovation and green technology to even defense and finance.
Now, we will smile, we will laugh, but the reality is that we do not have time to read a 380 pages report every day, okay? And we may not have the help of someone summarizing it for us, but we may actually have the pleasure of listening to a conversation that is a summary of that report when going for a walk or when driving to work. So this is the type of advancement that, and what I call, the AI, both wow and how, that we can do actually now. And I highly encourage you, as part of, homework from this day, please, the next time you come across about a very boring report, or a very long report, not necessarily boring, think about NotebookLM and how it can help you with that.
Thank you, Magda. And with that, maybe we offer you 3 takeaways. Number 1 is how you rethink learning for yourself and for your colleagues, and how you make time really to learn the new tools. Not only talk about AI, we all talk about AI a lot, but actually do AI and make time to do AI. Because we are getting these new tools, but we need to actually use them, right? And the more people you take along with you, left and right, family, friends, and colleagues, the more it will increase productivity, creativity, and innovation in your company and in your country. That is number 1. Number 2 is think of big challenges and big problems that we can tackle together with AI, right? And where we can have partnerships of different companies and organizations and work on that together. There is a lot of things we can do together in a non-competitive way and make a big impact. And also that will drive and improve the ecosystems of Poland and Switzerland. And number 3, give it a try for one of the 3 examples Magda showed.
And have fun with AI.
And have some fun. Thank you. Wish you a wonderful day.